be here. Yes, they are. Looks like Rhys is here too. Okay. Yeah, I say everyone. Not many people are awake, but, hey, Rhys, before we begin, can I kind of have a word with you? I'm ready to go when you are. Alright, so you're gonna film me talking and show it to the people that aren't here, right? That's what we're doing? Exactly. Since some people are asleep in the gym, that kind of thing. Plus it keeps a record of this happening so we can look back on it in the future. So, you think we're gonna want to look back on this? Maybe. The fact we're even talking about us looking back on this in the future has given me enough hope. So you believe we're getting out of this in one piece, then? One way or another, yes. Right. Do you have a preferred way of getting out of this? Huh? I mean, I'm sure you do. I mean, I think we need to find a way to help everyone in New Leaf. Not just us here in Hillbourne. I think that's why I kind of like the idea of telling people to get to the sewers. If everyone can get to them, we can all meet up. We might lose New Leaf, but that doesn't matter if we all live. Yeah, I understand that. And I agree that we need to keep everyone alive, but do you really think we'll find or even build another place like this? Not like this, no, but definitely something. What do you want to do? I don't know. That's the problem. I mean, if we leave through the sewers, we lose pretty much all of our animals. Probably New Leaf too. If we fight, people will die. So there's no definitive choice here. There's no right answer. Well, have you stopped to think that maybe there is no right option? No matter how much you want there to be? Maybe they're all wrong, but one of them is less wrong than the rest. It just seems like no matter what we pick, there's going to be some kind of consequence. Then what's the lesser of evils? None of them. I mean, do you think there's one? Yeah, kind of. I think leaving through the sewers and leaving the big animals here is the lesser of evils. How? I mean, they'll die. Not true. We leave both of the gates locked, leave out a bunch of food for all the animals, let them basically take over Hillbourne until we can eventually, potentially, maybe come back for them. They're used to being in the wild. I mean, they're animals after all. They could survive here just as well as we could. And what if the herd knocks down both gates? That's a possibility. But if they don't, they'll be safe in here. Yeah, well, we've already had one gate fall. A temporary barricade. It was never made to stand forever. That was the point of it. To give us time to get behind our actual walls in case we were attacked. I guess, but still. I now need to tell everyone else about that, if they don't already know. Well, my camera's at the ready. Once we're done, I'll go around and show the footage to people. Yeah, sounds good. Might have to do this every time. No, I think it's easier than trying to get everyone all in one place at the same time. Oh, agreed. And I also almost completely forgot. I need to tell everyone about the rationing. You worked that out? Ellie did basically all the work. You know, I'm just telling people about it. Got it. But shouldn't you be telling people about the rationing face to face? Well, that was the original plan, but then the barricades fell. Do you think that the barricade falling has scared people? I mean, the people that actually know about it, I guess, yeah. I mean, it's even thrown me a little. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what to do. You know, even I don't. You seem to forget you've been in a bad state for the past few weeks. You know, no one expects you to have all the answers, or to get over your loss in a matter of days or even weeks. I still remember the day my dad died. Same day I met you. If I didn't meet you or have you during that time, I don't think I'd have been able to move on like I did. I still miss him a lot, but I miss Anthony too. Anthony was there for me like he was for you, but he was my family, the only one I had left. You gave me that. The boy I was then, he would never have survived. I relied completely on my dad for survival, but you and everyone you've introduced me to have taught me that although having people is a good thing, I need to be able to look after myself. And here I am now. I can protect myself, I can shoot well, I can use weapons, and I'm still able to do what I want to do. You've impacted my life in many great ways. I hope I've impacted yours too. Yeah, you have. And I appreciate you being here, you know, and for saying what you just did. I'm glad. Anyway, however we get out of this, it's not up to you this time. No, it doesn't take much stress off of you, but this is a group decision, and whatever comes of it is also a group problem or solution. Got that? Yeah, I got it. Good. Alright. After your little pep talk, I think I'm actually ready now. Okay. Alright. My cameraman, I guess? Get that camera at the ready. I guess I'll talk to... How many people are actually here? There's Fred, there's you, there's me, Dane, Ellie, Crystal, Jesse, and Ollie. So, what, 8 of us? Not many at all, but, anyway, I guess I'll begin. So, considering you're all awake, it's safe to assume that you know that our temporary barricades have fallen. If you didn't know that, you do now. We've taken the liberty of hanging a sheet from the main gate, covering the walkers so we can't see them. Of course, we can still hear them and, well, smell them, but this gives us at least some privacy, I guess. That's not exactly the right word, but I just thought it was better if we couldn't see them. You know, does that make sense? That makes sense? Yeah, thank you. It also makes it less scary for Clara and Freddy if they're going from place to place. You know? I don't think that we'll be able to break the main gate. Okay, at least not anytime soon. Of course, anything can be broken with enough time, but by the time they do, we'll either be long gone, or they will, and it won't be broken. Which brings me to my next point. We are going to have a vote. I'm going to have a chance to be a part of the decision-making process. I wrote down everyone's name on pieces of paper, and the idea is to put your name in the chest that is labelled with the idea you want to go with. Do I get a vote? Of course you do, Ollie. I mean, you've been through just as much as everyone else, and honestly, I value your input. Now, the two main options that have been spoken about are either fighting the herd or leaving via the sewers. There is, however, going to be a third chest labelled Other Solutions. This is basically for if you have a different idea about what we should do. If you put your name in that chest, I'll go around once everyone has voted and speak to you about your idea. Maybe take some notes, write your idea down. Then, as a group, we'll see if it'll work or maybe add to the plan we already have. I know there's probably better ways of spending our time right now other than having a vote, but we need to think hard about this. Okay, this decision could be the life of us. I know that adds pressure, and I probably shouldn't have said it, but we all know it's true. It either works, or it doesn't. There's no middle ground. Once we make our group decision, we'll plan it out and tell as many people as we can outside of Hillbourne about it. Well, what good does that do? Well, I mean, it'll keep them aware of the situation, for starters. I mean, other than that, it'll allow some of them to join us, I guess, whether that be by them getting themselves to the sewers, or helping us fight, or something else. And what about the people that either can't join us or don't have a radio? Well, that's the thing. I have no idea. That's what adds on to our decisions. We have added decisions upon our original decisions, you know? If we go through the sewers, do we just leave forever? Do we find backup and come back to handle the herd, or do we try and lead it away? And with fighting the herd, can we do it? Will people help out? And do we have enough people? If we don't, what do we do? And I guess that's all to be worked out once we make our main decision, so we don't need to worry about that. But now I have one more thing to talk about. What's that? Rationing. Our favourite subject, of course. So, Ellie counted up our whole food supply, so she saved me from doing a pretty time-consuming job, so thank you for that, Ellie. She worked out that we have enough food to last us for quite a while. She didn't work out, or we didn't work out an exact time frame, because it depends, of course. And considering we're used to eating whenever we want and as much as we want, it's going to be difficult to ration ourselves again. Now, of course, none of us are new to rationing, but it's going to be a little difficult. So, we're going to gradually ration ourselves. 3 meals a day, all of this week. 2 meals a day the week after that. Depending on our situation by then, we might have to cut it down to 1 a day, but for now, we're in the clear food-wise, and of course, water-wise as well, because, I filled up every container I could find with water, so we're pretty good there. And for now, plumbing is still working, so... And what about the people that aren't eating, that don't have the food to last them that long? Well, me and Emily had this same conversation earlier, and there's not much we can do. I said we could try and walk amongst the herd to deliver food to people, but they either won't or can't answer their doors, and honestly, that's going to be far too dangerous. The second option is to try and contact Havoc and inquire about his drone he has. We could make food packages and fly them to people's houses, and that'd be the safest and quickest way to do this. But we all know that Havoc is a selfish man and won't do anything without something being in it for him. So, what does a greedy man that already has everything need? I don't know, Ollie. But I'll try to contact him, negotiate something if I can. Hopefully he has more than one drone, otherwise we'll have to go out there to get it. But you're absolutely right, Crystal. We also have to think about the people that aren't as lucky as us right now. So, hopefully, Havoc will stop being full of himself and help someone else for a change. If not, we'll have to rethink and do something else. But anyway, I think that's about everything for now. Once everyone has put their name in a chest, I'm sure there'll be another meeting. Probably one with more than 8 people next time, and at a time when everyone is actually awake. That's my bad on that one. But I wanted to let people know as soon as possible, because, people will wake up and immediately be like, whoa, why can I hear more walkers at the front, and why is there a sheet covering the gate? And at least this way, Rhys has just recorded this all, so, you can show them, and if you want to look back on everything I just said, feel free to ask Rhys, and I'm sure he'll help out, right, Rhys? Exactly right. Not like I have much else to do at the minute. Thank you, Rhys. So, this concludes this small meeting. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to me once again. I'll see you all around. I am going to go and set up the chests for our little voting station. So, yeah, I better get working on that. It's going to be right outside anyway, so you won't have too far to move. Right, yes, that's everything I have to say. Awesome. Thank you for that, buddy. I really appreciate you filming that for me. I'll see you all around, okay? I'll see you later. Okay. So that went better than I thought it would, I think. I mean, it could have gone a lot worse, I guess. And Rhys coming in really handy there, giving me that little pep talk. I needed that. I really needed that. But okay, so I put this box here earlier. Let's backpack. I carved these signs earlier. Okay, so this should go on there. Right, let me just hammer this onto there, and come on, are you actually gonna? Man, this box, maybe it won't go on it, you know. I mean, let's see. Okay, there we go. It's on. Right, should have everyone in there. I don't know. I hope so. If not, I've got 3 more chests on me, which I am going to need to down. And now I just need to backpack. Okay. Right. So which one should we use? We'll go for this one. That we're gonna put the votes for going through the sewers in. Okay. So we're gonna place that there. And okay. And let's just nail this onto there. Okay. Alright, that should be okay. Right, let's see. Yeah, okay, it's it's on there. Alright. So let's just open this up real quick. Yep, nice and clean and empty. And now the next. So next one, of course, will be the one for people who want to vote to fight the herd. What I'm gonna vote for, to be completely honest. There we go, let's nail this on there. Alright, this one wasn't being awkward. Okay, this one went on there straight away. And now, the final box. Chest, I guess they're little chests. But and this sign, this will be for the other suggestions. I mean, I'm sure there's a few other things we could do, but I don't know. I mean, let's just see what other people are thinking. Alright, so that should be everything. I mean, that means people will be able to vote. So, yeah, these right. And considering I carved them, I mean, I checked them a few times, but let's just check one last time. Put your paper in one of these chests. Getting these, okay. Escape through the sewers, fight the herd, or other solution. Okay. Alright, yeah. I'm not going to vote right now. I'll vote some point later today, I think, because I'm absolutely okay with it. So I'm going to think about it, and then I'll cast my vote, but I'm sure most people would have voted by then, so alright. Let's see what everyone votes for.